know where the treats at.
Is this the passing of the torch, right? Is this what this signifies?
It comes down to that front office and what they feel is most important.
The champ is here. We touched down from a higher plane. Why you made it here?
We always look forward to that week because it was always intense.
You know that we ain't coming back. We about to.
The man, the myth, the legend, Dante Hall. My favorite player growing up was Dante Hall. I love you guys in the show, but Dante was my guy.
Get to dashing because you done on the warfare.
This episode of Chief Concerns is brought to you by betonline.ag. Hey there, Marcus Dash here from Chief Concerns. Just want to comment and say BetOnline is your #1 source for all your sports betting needs. Get the latest odds, lines, and matchup reports for football, baseball, boxing, golf, and much more. BetOnline continues to be the fastest and easiest way to place your wagers, including live betting and your favorite casino and card games available to play right from your phone. Head to the website or use your mobile device to sign up today and get in on the action. Remember to use promo code BELIEVE, BLEAV, for your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. Bet online, where the game starts. Oh, sorry. The audio wasn't on. So welcome to another episode of the Monday Morning Tight End. I'm Marcus Dash here with legendary Chiefs tight end Jason Dunn. JD, how we doing, brother?
What's going on, Marcus? How you doing, man? Happy New Year. First day of 2024.
Yeah.
2024. And it's a beautiful one. Talking to people, still getting some good New Year cheers in.
Mm-hmm.
And, everybody, still kind of celebrating, whatnot. What about you, man? You do anything exciting for New Year's? I know you said you was going out to a ball with your brother and stuff. How'd it go?
I went out with a bunch of friends in D.C. last night. Got back at around 4 last night. Or I went around 4 last night. So I'm
tired.
You can see my hair's still a mess, JD, and I'm running on a few hours of sleep. I wanted to get up early, get a little workout in, start 2024 right. So I woke up around 11. Went to the gym, got my sweat in. I will say I was kind of disappointed. Well, I wasn't disappointed. Every year, the 1st of January when you go to the gym, they're packed. The gym wasn't that packed yesterday or today, so it's I'm kind of disappointed. I thought everyone was gonna be out, getting ready to get a little pump in to start the year off. So hopefully tomorrow, maybe January 2nd, people will be starting that routine.
Yeah, I think you'll start seeing a little bit more people kind of filtering in. Kind of this week, they still, the remnants of 2023 hasn't quite left out of them just yet, and so I'm kind of the same way. New Year's comes in and out so quick. It's like it's not a whole big deal.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the very next day, and it's just okay, ain't too much difference. But you start making, at least, some of your resolution about what you want to change. It takes time to plan that. And so I think the first week is when you really get into the planning of it, trying to stick with, your guns. I've heard a few people talk about what they're going to do this year. And so I got a big treadmill that I bought my wife, actually for both of us. She's been asking for it to put together. So after I get off the show, man, I'm gonna go ahead and put this thing fully together.
There you go.
Yeah,
a little Christmas that kind of gift, put together. That's nice to get. Usually, I have to imagine treadmills are kind of tough to. I bet they're tough as heck to put together because I've never put together a treadmill. I would assume when people buy them, they come fully assembled. I don't know. I guess.
No, the one that I got, it's an Adidas T23.
Ooh,
it's pretty much. It comes halfway assembled. Let me put it that way.
Okay.
All thank God, the mechanical parts, because I would have paid them to do that, man. I was hey, I'm not buying this joker, but it's pretty much an easy setup. It shouldn't take that long to do it.
Nice.
So, yeah, man. But I'm kind of excited. But we were talking about, we got gym memberships. We got all those different things. But I ended up, putting a nice workout a gym in here in my house.
That's
And
great.
So yeah, and we just wanted to try to utilize it a little bit more than what we had been doing. But the treadmill was what she was pushing on doing, and of course, we don't have the luxury of having great weather here in Kentucky, especially during the wintertime.
Yeah.
That's most of it. And then, of course, I guess the laziness of not wanting to get in the car and drive all the way to the gym to do that either, right? So,
And that's the thing, like with COVID, kind of like one of those things together, like, as far as like, people, dumbbells, everyone was buying all workout equipment and stuff. And like, we don't know, right? 2020, the first of the year, we didn't know it was going to be like that. So you just never know. It's also good just to have that at your house for the mere fact that it takes time to get in the car, put clothes on, go out in the cold to get to the gym. It eliminates that like middle area. So,
yeah,
I don't feel like going out to the gym today, but I have one and I can go, do a little workout, go to treadmill, do whatever. So yeah, it's good. Everyone should have a little workout spot in everyone's home if you can have that. Love to have that.
But shoot, the thing is, man, when I don't give yourself an excuse, right?
Yeah.
So what I'm doing is I'm eliminating excuses everywhere. So what's taking me from getting out of bed, putting my workout clothes on, going to my home gym that I put all the way together, that the way I wanted to make it, and not do anything. So as long as we get into our actions, become our intentions, I think we'll be fine, man. I think we'll be fine. I think I'm trying to get back to 2004, 2005, JD Marcus. I think it's about that time, baby. I think it's about that time.
You know what? Hey, Cobra Kai's looking for some red zone help. So we need you in the red zone. So you're getting back to your 04 shape. Woo! I mean, right now you can come right now and dominate. So I mean, I don't even need you to get back into 04 shape.
Yeah, I don't let no joker run by me, man. Can we clothesline people?
No, unfortunately, no. I'm sure there's some teams who would love to do that, JD, but no.
I hear you.
I
might sneak one in, maybe one.
Anyway, I told you, Coach is gonna. Coach Sauer said it. I'm gonna send. He wants me to send him my 505 plates. He's gonna look at them and perfect them. But he had a good text back. He goes, "Oh, I never did 505, but I know how much help I'm gonna be." There's Susan. Hey, Susan. Happy New Year, Marcus and Jason. I hope you had a lovely time last night, Susan. I'm sure you guys had a great, good little time with the family and a nice cozy time. So, I hope everyone has a really good start to 2024 and the whole year. I hope everyone, does it up and whatever resolution you have, whatever goals you have, so work hard and try to get to them. And I hope everyone just is healthy and another happy year for everyone. JD, I'm at the point, like as far as long as you're happy. Hey, that's a good year. If you end the year on a good positive note, it's a great year.
It's a great year, man. Great year. My thing is to just continue it going. That's the main thing. I think that's very, very, very important. So
yes, sir. So we got Noah John Marshall. The wiggle coming back. JD's wiggle coming back in 2024.
Yeah, I still got a little bit left. I keep my wiggle with me now. Keep my wiggle with me.
He still got the juice.
Yeah, wiggle with. What's that little song? Wiggle with it, something like that. Yeah, I still got a little bit left. I definitely got some juice. I keep that with me. You know what I'm saying? So I was born with that. So
we see that juice, the pizzazz on the show every almost every day of the week.
Yeah, man. I was made, baby.
So obviously, we had a lot of people. I was surprised again. You guys really hitting us up with these numbers here as far as views. But Christmas, you guys have shocked us with the most viewed episode we had. New Year's Eve, we got that episode up on our YouTube channel right around like 9 last night, and I woke up this morning at 2,500 views. So you know what, people are loving what we got to offer, JD, and So any new fans, Chief Returns, old fans who are in the chat right now, thank you guys for, ending the year off nicely, and hopefully we can continue this momentum we got throughout the entirety of 2024. So it's a really good stuff coming from our fans. Yeah, we appreciate every bit of every single one of them, man. And it's always good when you come back on here, you see somebody else different, somebody else new, just coming in and just just talking about different things, and the Chiefs just coming in and saying hi, poking your head in. And sometimes it's all it is. Just come poke your head in. See what we're doing. That's it. I think that to me is what I love more than anything else.
because I think a lot of people out there in Chiefs Kingdom, man, is not getting the goodness that we got. They don't even know we out there, Marcus. Sometimes they don't even know we out there. And so we got some good stuff for them each and every week, every single show, every single episode. We have a lot of like meat for them to chew on, tons of it. And so we love the interaction with our fans, people talking. We'll answer any question that people put out there. So please do. Anytime, like I said, come and kind of see us. I know sometimes when I recirculate or repost on Twitter, that hour between us and Kansas City time, because we're East Coast guys.
Oh yeah.
So I think people, 7 o'clock on, I'm like, no, really 6 Kansas City time, with 7 Eastern, I guess, some people catch us at that moment, but it's always good. Anytime they come, I don't care if you're here for 5-10 minutes, we appreciate every bit of it though.
Yeah, and live stream or not, but we have it up here in Beauty by YouTube and all these podcast platforms. It's archived, and people who miss it, who want to get a catch up and maybe do a little binge Chief Concerns action. We got it on our YouTube channel. We got it on any podcast platform. You get a Vegas Chiefs Kingdom. That's because your podcast is so good and informative. Appreciate you, Vegas Chiefs Kingdom. We love you, and I'm sure it's tough sledding over there being a Chiefs fan in Vegas, but hey. He's been with us almost since the beginning of our show. Vegas.
Yeah. I got my cousin on who's a big Raiders fan. He's Raider hater. He's already talking about it right now. So again, we take them all in.
I saw just interesting numbers. I saw they did a December recap. YouTube sent me the December recap. We had 70% of our viewers of the month of December, new viewers. So yeah, we're getting new people in each and every day. So this is it's good stuff. So our returning viewers and new viewers, welcome all to Chief Concerns.
Yes, sir.
JD, so we got a lot of stuff to get into tonight as far as our what we saw yesterday in our grade show. We got some clips that you're going to go through. I don't know when we do the clips, is that for a certain specific position group or?
Yeah, so we're going to do, some of the clips on, we'll talk about both actually. So the clips that I have is going to be on the wide receiver group and also the O-line. But more importantly, we're going to talk about, Marcus, the tempo of everything. It's really the open and drive, first 7 plays that we get for the touchdown, and how this offense should look week in and week out, and the type of success we should have. And so if they're able to utilize this, where you're getting the ball out of your hand quick, we're handing the ball off to Pacheco, who is as solid as ever, get the ball to Rashid Rice, Noah Gray, Travis Kelce, get guys involved early, and then run plays that our offensive line are really good at. A lot of that is just kind of like the trap, the counter. If we run in pretty much kind of under center, we're running the zone scheme, inside zone or outside zone from under center, changes things. It forces the defense to do particular things, and so that's what I love about it. That's why I love this opening drive, because you can tell what they wanted to do with the defense and dictate it. And so I think I went out on Twitter and I talked about it. Hey, man, the first drive looked great, exactly how it's supposed to be. And then we come into the second series, and it's like, what are we doing? And it's just like we almost didn't – we didn't even have a game plan, second series. And it really showed the difference, the dichotomy from the first series to the second series. It was night and day, absolutely night and day. And so whatever we had at second series, we need to scrap that, throw it away. The Joker needs to go. It needs to go. So, but we'll get into it, man. And we'll talk about it a little bit. So I don't know if you want to show the clip. Matter of fact, what I'll do is, how about this? Let me talk about some of the offense first. Okay, we'll get through some of the position groups.
Yeah, let's do it.
So what I'll start off with, man, I'll start off with the wide receivers. Okay. So the grade, man, that I gave the wide receivers, I think the wide receivers did a tremendous job this game. They were available for Pat all game, kind of getting open. I love they said they was going to simplify some of the things that we do. Okay. And part of that is also the instruction of what it is that we're asking those guys to achieve on each and every play, on each and every route. And so as far as if somebody has a clear understanding what their role is, it makes it all that much easier because guys get to play faster. You know where they're going to be. You know, I talk about Al Saunders used to tell us all the time, be where you're supposed to be when you're supposed to be there. And so what I was seeing, at least yesterday, in a lot of some of the routes, guys were at the spots they were supposed to be. Everything looked pretty good. And so when I went back over the film, guys were open. Pat was seeing them. But it made it such a clear picture for him to throw the football. Now, obviously, there's things that we still need to continue to work on, right? But they're not as big of an issue like it was in the past few weeks. Okay, and so obviously we talk about the MVS thing. Okay, him dropping that football, and that's one of those things that he got the boos from the crowd. I was seeing people on Twitter just talking about why are we letting this guy play? Why is he getting reps out here? I'm tired of seeing MV, what they call him, and things of like that. And so my thing is this though, because I'm gonna go to bat for MVS, because what I see as a coach, and I think what they see also too from the coaching staff, is sometimes MVS does things that doesn't actually show up on the stat sheet, right? And what I mean by that is MVS, if you look at this first series, he's busting his tail to get down and block for guys. I remember I was saying, a few weeks ago, how I just hated watching wide receivers not block for their running backs and not blocking for the other guys that's catching the football. That's the one thing MVS is doing. He understands as far as like safety came down in the box, and I'll kind of show that too. MVS picks him up. He sees this thing call. So sometimes when the safety comes down, MVS realizes that now he didn't go to the corner that he's supposed to be blocking. He goes to the most dangerous man. Sometimes that's an understanding that a younger guy may not have. MVS is a much better blocker than Rashid Rice. He's a much better blocker than Sky Moore and all the other receivers that's out there. Okay, he just is. Okay, just kind of going the film over the time. That's one thing that he kind of gives. Okay, that's the knowledge that he has. And I hear people talk all the time. Well, these guys don't understand some of these concepts. I don't think that's what it is. I think part of it is where you are. I think MVS is scared to make a play. He's scared to make a mistake, and so that puts him in a really strange place to be out there on the field. But his value, which hasn't really been in the passing game, because we haven't really got that out of him. He hadn't been stretching the defense, which we brought him in and paid him all that money to do. Some of the things I think he's starting to pick his game up in is the little things as far as going and making blocks, trying to get guys open, doing that. Okay, he's a good decoy and run it, but sometimes teams know like he ain't gonna get the football, right? But I think it's why he gets some of the reps that he gets because of what he contributes in the running game or contributes when guys catch the football running them. All right, which is huge. That's big. That's big. A lot of people don't understand it. I can appreciate it as being a blocking tight end who also, to my stats, I didn't catch a whole lot of footballs, but daggone it, when you look at the guys that score points, guys that was catching football, you knew what my contribution was. Like you couldn't take that away. There's no way you could erase any of those things that I did, even though I didn't have the 90 balls a year, even 50 or 40 balls a year. I didn't have that. But what I did was I folded up at least 90 or 100 linebackers and defensive ends all during my time. I helped Priest and Larry and Block and all those guys, Kimball, get into the end zone. That's what I did. I bench pressed my guy to the end zone. I was bench pressing my guys out there on the field. So I have a level of respect for that because I see it. Okay. And that's not taken away from the things he's done wrong. It's not absolving him from any of the bad things, right? But I just don't. I don't agree with the whole sit him down, he shouldn't dress type of deal. Okay.
I mean, I think there is a kind of a middle ground to that, JD.
Sure.
'cause I think last week he was he had the most snaps for our receivers. I don't know what his numbers were this year. I haven't looked at the snap counts as far as this week, and he seemed like he was out there quite a bit yesterday. And yeah, there are things that he did right, like as far as his blocking ability to block, which some of our younger guys haven't like grasped that yet. But like as far as the drops and as far as like, yeah, there's things he can do, but maybe not have him out there the entire game. I mean, I don't know. I just feel he's out there way too much. And I'm not saying to cut him. There's people are out there saying cut him, put him on screen right now.
I don't want to see him anymore. Yeah,
it's dumb. Look, yeah, that's dumb.
So in the series of what you're bringing out here, okay, and it's all particular on what plays you're actually running, okay. If you're not the primary guy and you are just kind of like a decoy, then it's not a big issue. So I put it on the coaches to make that balance, and I agree with you. Maybe he doesn't need to be out there doing the most reps of everybody, like you said last week. You're completely arguable, like you can argue that point, no doubt about it. But he is a contributor. He needs to contribute. And to be honest with you, if I'm paying a sucker $11 million, however much he's getting paid, $11 million, whatever it is, okay, he's getting paid. I'm not going to sit you over here on this bench, being the highest paid bench warmer either. You're going to find something to do. I'm going to find you something. I don't care. So that's the way I look at it, and I'm sure they're looking at that too. And so we need to understand that he's got a role in this offense. Look, there's going to be times that he's going to come up and catch some footballs for us. And hopefully he makes that contribution when his name is called in the game. That's why it would have been okay if he caught that ball yesterday and go hit his head on the goalpost. Naysayers, people still would have been like, "Hey, man, you know what? He still don't need to get the reps that he's getting, right?" But we know we're limited in some of the things that we're doing. But that's why I see our offense change when we look at the first series. When we show these plays, this is what you're going to be able to see. This is exactly what our offense should be when we're going forward. Okay, going into the playoffs, because we still have people that think we're going to get beat in the first round, and that's all. This team is not. We're third in the AFC. Third, Marcus.
Yeah, you would have guessed. You wouldn't guess it based on kind of how lethargic we've been offensively for the last pretty much the entire season, and based on the way a lot of fans are talking about.
Well, yeah, but hello, have they been watching our defense?
Yeah.
So the thing is, in my head, if our offense just says, "Look, we just scored 3 touchdowns and a field goal, we're gonna be good. We win the game."
Yep.
I mean, our defense. I'm sure they probably tell them that, like, "Look, you do that, you'll take care of it." I remember when I heard Shannon Sharp and Ray Lewis talking, and Ray said, "Look, we just told the offense all y'all need to do," or I think Sharp, one of them was talking. All we need to do is score 2 touchdowns, whatever. Defense gonna take care of the rest of it.
And that's pretty much what Mahomes said post game with the sideline reporter. But she was asking about pretty much about the game and stuff, and he was like, like with the way our defense is, all we need to do is we just need to get points up. He didn't. I don't think he gave a number. We just need to get points.
That's all they need to do. That's it. That's all they need to do. You don't have to go play hero ball. All we're looking to get is at least 3 touchdowns and a field goal. We should win. Our defense should hold up. Okay, they should be able to hold up. And so if we keep that philosophy going, we're gonna be all right. We could get 4 touchdowns, but don't think that you had to score 28-35. I think that's out the window with what we have right now offensively. I mean, honestly, not saying that we can't do it, not saying we don't have it in us. We do. We just got to get better at, obviously, third downs, okay, and red zone.
Yep.
You got to get better at that.
Yep.
So that's got to be a point of emphasis these next couple of years going in, right? That's what it's got to be. So let me go back to the grading of the wide receivers real quick, okay? So we know Rashid Rice was phenomenal, okay? He's our star. We see him up there at the wide receiver grade. We start doing that, stretching the field with somebody like him, changes things for us also. See, that's why I don't understand why we haven't been doing more of that with him either. Okay? Yeah, we brought MVS in, and Justin Wiles can do those things, but Rashid Rice can do it all.
Oh, yeah.
So we need to expand his role on doing some of those. That just makes sense to me. Yeah, and everybody's been talking about Justin Ross, right? What's Justin Ross? What are you going to do? Yeah, like, I knew I was going to get a smile from you, Marcus. I knew I was going to get a smile from you.
Hey, he came in on a few red zone reps yesterday. I thought there was one time where I thought Mahomes was looking his way, and then I think he threw in the dirt. But
he can come and get some reps. Keep using him too, right? Look, I'm looking to shock defenses. Okay, I want everybody to believe that we are a sitting duck. You know, we don't have anything in us, and then we come out there, man. We hit you over the head with some new guys. Richie James is another one.
Yep.
Did a phenomenal job yesterday, even with the return. Even though he had the one in the back, you know, at the red zone, you know, at the goal line, he looked like he had a chance at opportunity.
Yeah.
Now, he's got to know who's blocking for him because they got to do a much better job at that. But he got to let that one go. And I think he kind of got on Twitter and was talking about it. Look, don't go on. Don't explain yourself because regardless of what you say, you know, people ain't going to like it anyway. But he's been doing a phenomenal job, man, in the return game for us. Okay. Yep. So I gave our wide receivers, man, I gave them a B. Gave these jokers a B, man. They did a good job for us. Justin Watson. That deep ball, good job, man, catching that. You know,
I want to ask you the drop that Justin Watson had yesterday, where it was kind of a high ball that Mahomes threw to him.
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about, the one where you could say it was a drop and he had his hands on it. Would you? Because people were saying, I think a lot of people were dogging MVS for him dropping the one pass. It was kind of that drag route. Mahomes kind of threw it slightly behind him. The one where MVS was like, you know, pretty much motioning that he threw it behind me a little bit. Someone was saying about the next drive was where he threw the ball to Justin Watson and it kind of like went. It was a little high for him. It was like the post route that Romo said, "Oh yeah, you see this play here? That's pretty much what they used to run with Tyreek Hill." Would you consider that a drop? And also, would you consider MVS's on the deep ball where the ball slightly it kind of went through his hands, but MVS kind of laid out for it? We didn't connect on it. Do you consider those two drops or no?
If it hit your hands, yeah. If it's like one of those things that you're diving out of reach, it's kind of that in between, you know, because it's going to be a tough catch. Like you realize, like, man, it's going to be a tough catch for anybody to make. I don't know if you consider that a drop. I don't know, man. You know, we've always, as receivers, if it hit your hands, man, you're supposed to catch it. But if you know if it's a tough catch, man, and you're giving it your all, and it's just out of your reach and you're trying everything, I don't know if it's necessarily a drop, right?
Yeah.
Could the ball been placed in a better position? Sure. Is it too high? Yeah, absolutely. Does it sell on the quarterback? Sure. If it's a better ball, does he catch it? Right? That's what you have to think. Like, what's the vicinity? Does he have to change his trajectory getting the football? How difficult is it for him to make that catch? And so I think it goes into the realm of probability on particular things. But again, I gave the wide receivers, man. I gave him a B. I gave him a B. Okay.
I gotta say, if we're paying MVS $11 million for his blocking ability, then you should have been paid. You should have paid a lot more than that.
Sure, they weren't even paying tight ends those catching balls like that $11 million back then when I was playing.
I know.
So, but my thing is, that's you know, I'm not saying that. I'm not trying to justify the $11 million for what he's getting paid for. All I'm saying is that MVS does have a role in what some of the things that we do, right?
Sure, for sure.
So we can't disregard a little bit of his role. Okay, we can't diminish that. Not saying he should be playing 60 snaps. I'm not saying that at all.
Right.
But does he have a role here in this offense? Sure, he does.
Yep.
Absolutely. And even if that's still showing some of the young guys on how you should do it, because I'm sure they give him some attaboys in the film room, which I was too. I'm like, oh, okay, let's check this out. So, so if you want to, let's go to like some of the, or do you want to talk a little bit more on some of the other guys?
Do you want to finish off the offensive group and then we just do that separately?
Yeah,
okay.
Sounds good. Let's do that. Okay. So I'll go to the O-line. Let's go to O-line next. Okay. Offensive linemen, I think they played a really good game. I think our game is we know what they're better at. That is running the football. We understand that these guys up front have a better, clear understanding about what it is, like getting in the cleats in the ground and just driving guys off the ball. They did a great job in the first drive. Even in the game, just kind of getting up to the second level. He was doing a pretty good job. Now, those guys up front with Cincinnati they're a handful. I always said that they were probably one of the better defensive lines in the league, no doubt about it.
Oh, yeah.
So I knew it was going to be a good task against our guys up front. And I think they handled it pretty well. Same with, look, if we're going to get in passing down, okay, we got to understand that Wanye Morris is still coming along, okay? And possibility is we may have to go ahead and chip for him more times than not. I know we chipped for Juwan Taylor a couple of times on the play. Matter of fact, I think when we got the strip from that Pat had got that the fumble, we were helping Juwan Taylor out. And so we should have been helping Wanye out because Wanye is the lesser of a better blocker than Juwan Taylor. Okay, he's a rookie, young guy, and you know you got capable guys coming out there on the other side. I mean, Hendrickson and those guys, they're gonna eat anybody's lunch because those are the guys that come all the time, right? We know that. And so we just got to understand, certain guys' limits, okay, and what their faultiness is, and where they may not be the strengths. And so that's thing is with Wanye, especially in particular games, certain guys you're gonna go up against. Not saying he can't do it, but yeah, maybe check him out, see if he needs a little help, a little check, get a little chip, right? Hit the rims up a little bit.
And one guy's making $80 million, the other one's making a rookie contract.
Yep. Yes. And so does the 80 million guy get it? Does he get help? Sure.
Well, yeah, sure. But if we're talking about on where we should prioritize the help being given on a certain play, then yeah, I mean, especially I think Wanye was going to get. Not that Sam Hubbard's not good, but I mean, Hendrickson's phenomenal, and that guy was having a day on Wanye.
Yes. And so, other than that, man, Thune, Creed, Trey, much better job this week than last week. Much better job. Kind of like I said, getting their feet in the ground and kicking guys off the ball. But that's what we need to do. We need to do more of that. Is run the football. These guys do a tremendous job. Thune and his trap, Trey also running. Creed getting up there to the next level. Even in the screen game, those guys do a great job. Why aren't we giving them more of that? And so I hate when we start passing the football when we don't need to. It's almost like we can't get out of our own way sometimes, from the offensive standpoint. Whoever's calling the plays, I guess we just going to throw it this series. Why? Start off running the football. Have some play action. Help your O-line out. Help you guys up. And that's what kills me because it's like you're not even understanding that this helps the O-line. Completely it helps the O-line. So I see greatness in Morris if he works. Yeah, he's going to be good. He's going to be good. And he just, the more reps he gets, the better he's going to be. This offseason is going to help him out tremendously. He's just going to get better. So, yeah, I like him. I like him a lot. Question: Lucas Niang worth some playing time? Just curious. I think Kathy, they're playing Wanye because they believe Wanye's probably better than Lucas Niang, and Lucas has probably he's been filled with injuries and whatnot. We know Wanye right now is showing that he's going to be the tackle of the future for us at this moment. Yeah. So why not go ahead and get him ready? Especially for guys are around the same level, then go ahead and get the guy that has a lot of upside to him that we know we're going to put a lot of time and effort into for being here. So I think we stay with that right now. And I like Wanye. Wanye's a joker blocks hard. That's one thing I say about his game is he is a mauler. He will hit you in the mouth, no question about it. And I do love that part of his game. But he's still got to get his feet right, man. His feet are still slow. Legs are still slow. So that's still him, just making that transition into the NFL, right? So.
Yeah. And what was it? When Donovan Smith went down that game when Wanye went in, Niang was our only active tackle. So he's at this point, he's our emergency tackle if anything happens to our guys when Donovan Smith's not there. So.
Yeah.
And I'd be curious to see what happens when Donovan Smith is healthy. I know a couple weeks ago you said when Donovan Smith is healthy, he should be the guy. Do you still feel that way?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely. One thing you can't replace experience. You just can't do it. And so Donovan Smith has experience. He has better feet than Lucas. I said, now you got Niang talking. Now he's got better feet than Wanya Morris. Okay. He's a veteran guy for a reason. And so he's played at a high level in this league for quite a few years. And so my thing is he's getting healthier. That's the thing about it. And now, because he hadn't played in the last 3 games, he's got fresher legs now. So I know he's still getting work out there. And as long as he's getting his pass sets down, that's what I need for him to do. Okay. So a healthier Donovan Smith, working out his legs, he's going to be a step above Wanya Morris. Yeah, no question.
And Terry Young, we'll get to that question when we get to the linebackers in a minute here.
So I gave O-line, I gave these guys, I gave them a B. I gave them a B plus. Actually, I gave them a B. Wide receivers, I'm sorry, I see it over. I got them a B minus instead of a B. I was talking good for a B. But I gave our O-line a B. They did a good job. Good job for them. Protecting Pat too. I think it was a couple of times he was under duress, but more so than anything else, they did a pretty good job kind of providing some pockets and giving some time. They gave him some open lane for checking those guys to run. So I gave him a B, O-line.
That's fair.
Mm-hmm. Tight ends. Go to my guys real quick. Tight ends. Noah Gray. He showed up all game. And this is what I love about having an outlet or check down guy like that, like a tight end. We know Kelsey's going to be the one ruling over the middle, that intermediate passing, one-on-ones, Kelsey's going to win. Noah Gray is going to be that we need, if we need a first down or maybe just get the ball out on the flat, that's what Noah Gray is going to be. And I love having those two in the game at the same time. Noah Gray's doing a hell of a job blocking up front, going up there to the next level. He understands the blocking schemes. He did a great job for us yesterday. And so he's like one of those unsung heroes that everyone don't really talk about until he gets to football. Well, nobody sees what he's doing in the running game. He did a good job yesterday. Travis Kelce. Now look, Travis gonna have some frustrations. He just is. And I made a statement yesterday, and it is absolutely true. Travis Kelce is getting double teamed more than he has ever been his time playing football with the Chiefs. He just is. And so when people see, well, why is he, jogging? Because we was talking about this. I said within our group, tight end groups, and wide receiver, all these guys was on there with me. And I was like, look, man, Travis he knows he's not going to get open. So he knows sometimes he's just occupying space. Sometimes he's got to occupy 2 guys. Sometimes he's got players roll, right? Hey, maybe this play he's not the guy. Maybe he's not the number 1 read. Maybe he's got to come off. In the scramble drill, he'll be open. But sometimes when you're looking at him, man, they're going to try to blanket him. They're doubling him. They're tripling him. They're running a triangle defense against what he's doing. And so defenses are saying 87, Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift's boyfriend is not going to beat us. However you want to say it. I don't care what it is, okay? The guy that does the Pfizer commercials, right? The dude, the 2 things at once. Whatever you want to call Travis, okay? Okay. How about just say one of the best tight ends ever, okay? Almost another 1,000 yards. And when you're talking about setting the standard for guys, that's what Travis Kelce is. So we just got to make sure we get it right. And defenses understand that. Defense coordinators understand that too. So the one guy that you can't have kill you can't be 87. So he's doing a good job blocking in the game. He is. And I love it because he has the chippiness on his shoulder. He gets a little upset, and I love that he's got some attitude. He gets upset when you don't even look like he's getting upset. Like he's just pushing on dudes. I'm like, yeah, shoot, go ahead, Trav. Go on, do it. I think somebody made a comment that Travis just needs a pass to go and just light somebody up. If I was a coach, I'm like, you got the pass. Go ahead. Hey, Coach Dunn, look, I just want to go ahead and take his dude's face off. Go ahead. Time you won't do it, just let me know when you won't do it. Okay. So I get ready. So I can tell Andy what's happening. All right. But go on. Hey, you want to light him up one good time? Light him up. Sometimes you just need that. Sometimes you need to, vent your frustrations and whatnot. But the guys, man, did a good job, man. They did a real good job. And I gave my tight ends, man. I gave them a B. I gave them a B. Solid B. They got a solid B from me. Okay. Solid B. Running backs, RBs. Okay. Run the football. I have right here points to win. Number 1, run the football with Pacheco. Run the football with Pacheco. That's the number 1. Number 1 thing, run the football with Pacheco. We're a totally different team when we run it with 10. When we give 10 the ball, good things happen. Good things happen. If we don't give 10 the ball, we struggle like nobody else's business. Like we're just not even, it's almost like we're not even a factor. And the same thing when CH was coming in. He was giving us some of that business too.
Yeah.
So this room, I've said this room is probably the most solid room that we have on the team, without a doubt. I've said this, the DBs, tight ends, and running backs, okay? RBs might become my number 1 instead of the DBs and the tight ends, okay? It's being solid week in and week out because that's just how much they mean to us. And so for the life of me, I don't understand what it is when we come into a series and we're not handing the ball off to the back or check down or something done. Whoever is not doing that, calling the plays, need to be smacked. Okay. And if I'm Patrick Mahomes, I'm like, what are we doing? We need to run the football a little bit too. Helps me out in the passing games, opens everything up for the wide receivers and the tight ends. Why not run the football? Help us out on the play action game. How about we do that? Like, have a legitimate play action when you're going against teams. Okay? When you threaten defenses, you got to have them cover the entire field. If they don't believe that you're going to shotgun, you're going to run the football, or you're just going to run that wide zone, then you're playing right into their hands. That's exactly what you're doing. When they start bringing the guy down 8 in the box, now you can throw the football. Now you can run play action. Now you can do all the things that you want to do, okay? And even if you got 8 in the box, you can still run weak, away from the safety. You can check to it. Check. Whatever the call is to go Riverside or whatever, right? That's when you had to check with knees to change it up. But you got to be able to make that adjustment. And so you've seen our offense starting to move the ball when you start giving it to Pacheco. Pure and simple. And I hate that we get down to the red zone, man. We're not running the football each and every time. I'm telling you, we need to just run the ball 3 times straight, if not 4. If not 4. Just to see what we can do. Like if you want to imbue toughness, you want them to be the identity up front, run the daggone football. That's what you do. You don't run from anybody. We not, kowtowing to the defense, our 3rd down and 3, we gonna pass. No, run the ball. Run the daggone football. So you need that in the playoff. Playoff games, you need that. You got to keep defenses guessing. And so Pacheco, man, was as brilliant as ever. Good to see him. You could tell his shoulders as well. He was a totally different guy than he was a week before, and he showed. And so he was my MVP this entire game, him and butt kicker. He was my MVP, okay? But Isaiah Pacheco, man, he is without a doubt a necessity for our offense to go. He goes where we go. The offense goes as he goes. I was saying it earlier. Offense goes as he goes. He said that in the interview after the game. I'm like, shit, finally somebody says it. Somebody said it to him because they know it's true. So I gave my running backs, man. Pacheco, I gave him an A, man. Just gave him a joker, flat out A. Flat out A. Yeah. Right? That's what he got. Quarterback, QB, Patrick Mahomes. This sucker right here, man, looks so happy. He looks so happy. Felt like a weight was lifted off his shoulders. And I think what he realized was what this offense could really be. And he realized there were still points and yards left out there on the field that they should have had. Okay. But it's promising to him. He settled in, got the ball out of his hand quick, made some decisive decisions with him. And that what that did is it just allowed him the flow in the game. And I seen the old Pat, come on, bring it in. Come on, bring it in, bring it in. When I start seeing Pat do this, he's in this mode. That's the focus we need to see 15 do. PM15 needs to be in that mode. Not the whole crying and don't know what's going on and shaking it. Like if he shook, man, we in trouble. He looked shook the past few weeks. He did. And he's been playing like it as well. Because he don't know where guys are. Well, guess what? Let's all get in here. We'll talk about it. Coordinators and everything, let's talk about it. Hey, Pat, what do you like? What do you like? What do you see? What do you think guys can do? When you start asking them questions like that, makes it a lot easier. Makes it a lot easier for PM15. But played a good game, man. He really did. Took off running when he needed to.
Yeah.
Didn't try to do no more, than he had to do. And so as long as he's doing that and playing into the rhythm what we're trying to do offensively, he's going to be fine. He's going to be perfect. We just need Pat to get back to that championship ball we know he is, okay? Not the rattle guy and all of that. I said these guys lost something when we went against Buffalo and that costly penalty and fussing about it for those number of weeks, having to go and constantly validate what went on and the refs and all that, man. Forget about all that, man. Go play ball. They get back to that, man, they're going to be fine. So he got back at this past game. So I gave our quarterback, man. I gave him a B. I gave Pat a B. I gave him a B, man. Did a pretty good job. Pretty good job. So it's good to see our fearless leader. That's what he is, getting back to being the guy that we know he is. Okay. Yep. He's only gonna get better. So I see the hope and the promise in his eyes. So they're gonna be pretty good, man. They're gonna be pretty good. So with saying that, man, let's go through the first series about exactly what this offense should be when we're talking about it. Okay, this is exactly how offense should be. It should look for the rest of the year, and we'll go deep in the playoffs as long as we have this. So is that the first? So go back. Can you go back to these?
Yep.
Yeah, let's go back to the first one, okay? Joe Thorney pulling. And you see right here, this is what I'm talking about. Safety comes down to pay. Watch number 11. Let's go back to him. This is some of the things I'm talking about in the count MVS sees. He sees the safety coming down in the box. Well, MVS knows now that he don't have the corner. He goes and gets the safety, right? Just a little push, just knowing that is important. That's vital. Because if you take just a little hit off the running back, then you don't take him out of the game. And so sometimes the veteran receiver needs to know that, right? But Thuney coming in, cleaning it up, Trey and Creed, next level, this looks good. This is positive yards. This is exactly how this is supposed to look. Perfect. Look at Travis Kelce getting there at the end. Next play. Good job. Look at just cleaning up 94. Next play. Noah Gray in the flat ball. Turn up. Fine. We'll take 2 or 3 yards. Look, you never go broke. You'll never go broke making a profit. And this is what you need to do on first down. Sometimes it's just that. Sometimes you just got to get 2 or 3 yards. Okay? Makes it more manageable. So 2nd and 1, first down. Here we go. Rashee Rice in motion. Ball. Get up the field, look at MVS. There you go. Get up the field, making a block. And so sometimes that's what it takes. Like the little things. These little things like this, you got to look at as players, you got to appreciate things of that nature. I'm not seeing guys like Pickens and all those guys doing it. You're not going to see the wide receivers from Cincinnati doing this. Joe Mixon out there running for his life. These guys ain't that block for him like this. I said, you had to put Rashee Rice in motion, okay, to get him open even more. I love this. Same thing. Now, here we go. Little zone action right here. Same thing, but we run it from under center right here, Marcus. It's on zone. Great job. Look at Thuney run his feet. It's beautiful. Travis Kelce getting a block. Cole Hartman in there, getting a block. Getting down there. MVS. Check this out. Look at that double team going up to the next level. That's perfect. That's how it's supposed to look at Noah Gray making that block. That's how clean those holes should be. That's exactly how clean those holes should be, right? So we get all the way down here. Look at this. This is perfect. Watch the block right here. Look at Trav moves up to the safety for this.
Untouched.
Untouched, man. This is how it should look. Now, pause it right here. So here we go, 1st and goal, and we go shotgun. What the hell are we doing? Why?
Sorry.
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm just I'm talking about like, what are we doing offensively? Like, why are we going 1st and goal and we're going shotgun immediately? 4 wide. I mean, we're sitting there. This don't look like it's going to be a run. They know it's not going to be a run. You know what we did? We went right back into our tendency. Right back into our tendency. Like when you have 7 in the box, this is 6 in the box. Because this guy's on the outside with Justin Ross out here. Right here, if Justin Watson, let's say you run him into motion on the inside. Now you got numbers. You can run numbers with this. And have him lead up on one of these linebackers. You're going to have Pacheco hit his head on the goalpost. Like this, I don't understand what we're doing here. 1st and goal, we're going to go and pass it? Why? Run's killing them. Run's killing them. At least play action on the center. How about that?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, fine. So 1st and goal. Let's see what we're gonna get, Marcus. Here we go. Oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's what we get. Right? Who's open? No one. Pat got to run for his life. Look how many people's running after him. This bothers me. Okay. Good blocking, but daggone. Sometimes they'll hold calls from the outside from tackles and whatnot. Doesn't understand that the running back, the quarterback's getting on the outside. He don't understand that. Okay. This is the point where you have to bail. Okay. And even guys still trying to figure this out. Now we get under center. Okay. Toss to the left. I don't like the toss to the short side of the field. Don't really like that. Don't like the toss short side of the field. All right. You see, we're trying to get to the outside, can't get out there. Blake Bell's getting pushed in the backfield. I mean, that's a loss with 99. 99 right there is holding the edge on us. All right. Run to the open side. Run out there to where we got more field. Run to a 96. Fine. Okay. All right. 3rd down. 3rd and goal. Ball. Now we're forced to throw the ball now. Okay. This is a great combination, great route running. Okay. Got 4 to the side. Rashee Rice takes 2. Watch 55. He runs out here because he thinks he's got man. He takes himself out of the play. This is exactly what's supposed to happen when you run 4 on one side. When Pacheco runs out there in motion. This is perfect. Travis Kelce is going to have 2 guys on him. Okay. It's leave Pacheco wide open for the halfback angle. This is beautiful. I think it's Richie James down here running that deep basic on the back edge. So he winds the corner, gets up there, and he runs. He's supposed to run the back goal line. That's how that works. Justin Watson's one-on-one over there. Okay? Occupy. This is perfect. Look like he's going to run out. 55 is all the way out there. He's beat. He has no chance. None. And this is they're just running stack from this bunch area. So
that goes in no man's land.
Oh yeah, he completely confused. Because you're running man, right? So why not run man down here? Now they got to rob because they're gonna double Kelsey. I love that. So really, you could have threw it to Rashee Rice as well. A lot of guys open. When you run those things, a lot of guys open. That's how it's supposed to work. So it's beautiful. That's first series, man. I just wanted to show that first series.
All good stuff.
Yeah, great stuff. Let's go to our defense, man. I know we've been pushing, we've been talking a lot.
You're good.
D-line, man. Our defensive line played a much better game second half. Much better game second half. And so what we start figuring out is we need to start cutting down some of the lanes, getting into some gaps a little bit more. Guys need to penetrate better than what they have been doing. First half, we was kind of getting blown off the football. We have Danny and our smaller defensive ends. They just going to run the ball toward them, which makes sense. Undersized defensive ends, I would. Why not? But you could block guys like that with tight ends, and the tight ends was doing it. They was blocking pretty good on our defensive ends. In times in that rotation, when Chris is out, that hurts us too. And so we still need guys to kind of step up. But if you're not getting home with 4, it can be an issue with our team. That's why I love the pressure with Spags does, bringing guys from different areas, different places to kind of throw them off. We just couldn't get off the field on third down. That was our problem first half. We just couldn't do it. And it was making a lot of yards, running the football. And when we weren't getting any pressure on the quarterback, Browning was kind of dotting us up too. So what they decided to do was we started having Bolton when we all running man. Bolton had Mixon. Yesterday I kept saying McKinnon. I don't know why. It was McKinnon. But Joe Mixon, one of the better wide running backs to catch the football, he's just a better athlete than Bolton. He's going to be a little bit faster than him. So that's always a hard matchup. So we kind of switched it up a little bit, and we fixed that second half. So you can see a totally different defense second half, man, making those adjustments. But yeah, we changed the strategy up what we were doing. Okay, and I love that about Spags, man, because he can make those adjustments on the fly when he sees something that's not working. He can get what he needs to get out of guys. So our D line did a pretty decent job. I actually gave him a C+. So I gave him D-line. Now, look, here's the thing, though. The C+, because it could have been a B minus. The sacks started coming in the second half. And we needed to see that. We needed to see a little bit more of that pressure. And so they did a good job, man, second half. You know, I want to give them a B minus.
Give it to them. Why not? They deserved it. The fourth quarter, they deserved it.
They played. They did. They earned it. They earned that. That first half, man, was a little testy for them. Yeah, but B minus for sure. I give it to them. There it is. That's a grade for them. Good job by the line. Okay. You just got to be stout sometimes. You got to be stout against the run. Singled up. You got to do a much better job by Pernell, Nandi, Warrington, whoever's coming in to play that other defense tackle. He's got to do a better job. Okay. Linebackers. I talked about Bolton. Bolton started doing a much better job. When you get guys off of him, let him just roam and make plays, then he's sucker's Hercules. Sucker's Hercules. Can you explain why Drew is not getting reps in linebacker when you get to the defense? Okay. Well, I tell you what, I'm watching the combination of Chanel, Bolton, and Tranquil. And when those three guys was playing together, they did a hell of a job. They look really good. Really, really good. And so it's hard because Drew Tranquil is a good linebacker. Is Drew Tranquil better than Bolton? I don't think he is. He's a very good linebacker. He's not better than Bolton, but he's a very good linebacker. Because of the position that he's in, it's tough to beat Bolton out on particular things. Now, it'd be a good break. but he can play either position between where Willie plays and Bolton, and he came in for Willie, and he did a hell of a job out there in Willie's absence at the time, coming in, switching in with him. Actually looked like totally different defense with it happening. And I don't quite like Willie turning down the hit on the goal line. He turned that down. I mean, he should have took his face mask off on that one. Should have took it off, man.
I'm pretty sure that's what him and Omena who were arguing about on the sidelines.
Heck yeah. Should have been. I know Omena who's like, well, hey man, like, what the hell? You know, like he's seen it. And Omena probably seen it like, yo, man, how you last line of defense is you and that guy. You got to win that battle. You have to win. You got to win. So guys are tested because, yeah, they was getting drunk. You know, they was getting ball ran on them. Ball was getting moved on. So, yeah, somebody's going to say something when they see you. And it looked to me like you turned it down. Like, there's no excuse. Like we say, no excuse MVS missing that catch. No excuse Willie missing that tackle. Zero. He's a good enough athlete, a good enough linebacker, that he should have stuffed that joker right then and there. And he didn't. He missed it. And he's too good of a linebacker to let that happen. So, yeah, I get it. Them suckers was fussing. They should have. So, but it takes that sometimes. It takes that. It takes that sometimes. Willie Gay's he's a tremendous linebacker. Tremendous linebacker. So I gave my linebackers, man. I gave them guys. I gave them a C+. Gave them a C+. Because they were getting lost. They was getting caught up into things in the run game. Should have did a much better job, but I give them a C+, man. They were a little lost, a step behind in the first half. Like I said, with Joe Mixon, the tight ends were catching footballs kind of in the flat. They were kind of catching footballs. That area is all linebacker area for me. That's all linebacker area, man. So they could have did a much better job than that. Leo Chanel did a solid guy. Solid. A C+, man. That's what they get.
Yeah, I agree. I think the Willie Gay play in itself just sets everything back.
Man, can't give that up, man. Can't give that up. When he missed it, my mouth was wide open. Like, I'm like, are you kidding?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. But let's go to our DBs and safeties. I mean, L'Jarius Sneed. I mean, come on. I'm gonna show you the L'Jarius Sneed effect. Okay, I think I had something up.
The clip.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you right here.
Him on the field or
we had some words. You know, I went up to him after the game, told him a good game. But you know, check the stats.
Check stats. Look at that gas face over there, me mug. Jamar Chase. And that's how he had it, Joker. He had him in the dry all day.
All day.
He had that sucker locked up, pissed off, looked like the Grinch is what that sucker looked like. Jared Sneed put handcuffs on Jamar Chase. Okay. That pissed off because you going home. Yes, buddy, you going home. Going fishing or whatever you're doing. Okay, start making your plans after the season. Where you going? Vacay. Whatever you're doing, man, you better have a picture of L'Jarius Sneed on your wall saying, you know, this is who you need to get ready for.
Yeah.
And so I love that. Hey, man, check the stats. That's what you do. L'Jarius Sneed, stat after stat, week after week, he is balling out of control. Balling straight out of control, man. He's taking each and every guy that is there, and he's like, I got him. Coach, I got him locked up. It's their best player, Coach. I got him. Okay? Sneed's got him today. Sneed's got him every week. No matter who it is. He's got him every single week. That sucker right there, man, has been playing incredible ball. It's going to be a hard one when it comes to it. When the season's over and we got to pay Chris Jones or Jerry Sneed, it's going to be a tough one. It's going to be a tough one. The thing is,
play a little salary cap gymnastics. You give Jones a 3-year deal and you franchise tag Sneed, and then you kick the can down the line another year and then see what happens.
You could do that. That wouldn't be wrong. I like that. I think you have to do something like that to make it electable for both of them, right? Okay. I think Sneed wants to be here. I know he wants to be here. It's a great home for him. Why not? Why not? You gotta do something, man, to try to keep both these jokers here, man. Seriously.
You have to.
Yeah. So they definitely did a good job making some tackles. Reed did a good job making some tackles, man. That joker right there, man, is playing some ball.
Bringing the wood.
Oh my gosh. The blitzes toward the end, brilliant by Spags. Brilliant. And he looks comfortable doing it. Man, that's a matchup nightmare. The running back didn't have a chance. He did. He took that one dude, man, and threw him out the club. Just tossed him. Literally just grabbed him and tossed him. I was just like, man, is that Reed? Yes, it was. Straight out the club as you go. So those guys, man, did a tremendous job, man. I gave the safeties and corners, I gave them a B+. Gave them a B+, man. Mike Edwards did a good job too, coming down, making some hits. They were solid.
What were their knocks? I mean, why not an A in the A+ or? A?
It's hard to get an A on that, man. They look. Okay. T. Higgins going out help.
Yes.
So, hey, T. Higgins going out help.
Yep.
That's what caught one over the middle. I'm like, don't get him going.
And he burnt Josh Williams on that bomb that he the DPI.
Yes, he did. So,
yeah, yeah.
But whoever was left, good. It was good against. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, man. Yeah, B+. They played good ball. They did play good ball, man. So that's what it is, Marcus. That's where I'm at. B+. Special teams grade. Okay.
The MVP.
Man, what else am I going to say? Okay. You get 6 field goals from everywhere, from inside of the stadium to the parking lot. Okay. And Buckner, butt kicker, ice in his veins, man. Ice in his veins. And the thing was, the past couple of weeks he had missed a couple, which is completely out of his character. He had been solid all year. They really had to try a whole lot. So this week, he just lined up. And this is the week we needed for him to do it. The thing is, because we're able to capitalize on the field goals, it doesn't feel like such a letdown from the offense, right? Because the offense gets him into position just to kick those, okay? And that's vital. It's so important. It's so important. Because when you get down there, and then remember he missed the one last week, and it was just like, boo, and all, and Pat is like, oh, my gosh, what, and it's just, you feel like whatever you're doing is just in vain. But Buckner, man, he was perfect. He was solid. And that's exactly what we need. For us to go deep in the playoffs, for us to win it all, we need him to do that. And this is what I was talking about, right? We said as long as we're scoring around 24 to 25 points a game, we should win. We should win each and every game that we play because of how good our defense is.
Yep.
So Buckner comes in and he picks us up where we left off offensively. He's a weapon. No doubt about it. He's a weapon. So we just need to get in striking distance. He gets in striking distance, man. He'll put it through. He'll bring us home. And that's good to see. Because then you see all 3 phases of the game come together, right? And that's championship football. That's how it is. We're not going to rely on one more than the other, right? Defense, we know, is playing at a high level right now. Offense, not so much. But that now they're starting to come a little bit. We just need to get in positions of them understanding, well, look, this is what we need to take care of our place. Then Buckner and all those other guys, they'll do a good job too. Same thing with Richie James, okay? Get us some returns, get us some yards, get in the field position. All those things are important. So I give our special teams because of Buckner, I give him an A, man. This is what's going to be on him. Okay, A for him. All right, it's our special teams. Richie James made the one little mistake. Other than that, everything else he did was good. It's good. So
I like it. I like the grades this week, JD.
mm-hmm.
Tough but fair, as usual. The losses, whether it's a loss or a win, always fair and always consistent.
Oh yeah. So, we have any comments over here that we talk about? Anybody saying anything?
Just most people praising Butker, saying he's kicked butt. Kerr, that's a good one from Gary.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean, yeah, he's been playing great. Other comments, some officiating stuff. L'Jarius Sneed needing to keep him around. So yeah, everyone's pretty much commenting. No really questions. People just kind of commenting on what you had to say, JD.
Yeah. I see over here Rick Henderson. We got to keep Sneed even if it costs us Jones. I don't know about that one. The reason I say it is because Chris Jones don't grow on trees. We don't have nobody in the building like Chris Jones. Ain't too many people have somebody in the building like Chris Jones. Just be honest here, okay? He ain't walking in everybody's locker room in the NFL. So we need to understand that. We do need to understand that. Yeah. But yeah, Sneed is a dog. He is, no doubt about it. We got to do our best to keep both of those guys. Have to. Yeah. So work your magic, Brett Beach.
He's going to play a lot of salary cap gymnastics this offseason.
It's all right. It's fine with that.
Yeah.
Fine with it.
Yeah.
I'm thinking age. Yeah, I mean, I get that. I do. But like Marcus was saying, if we could get Chris for maybe 3 years, something, that's solid. Chris still got 3 good in him. But what he does and what he gives, Chris is always going to give us 9 or 10 sacks easy every year. Easy to 12. From an interior guy, D tackle, take it all day. Take it all day. Arm cheering for me. What's that, Kathy? Arm cheer for. Oh, okay. I think I understand what she's saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel you.
But all right, guys. Well, so just to give everybody a little update on the schedules that we got coming up for you guys for future shows. Wednesday, JD and I will be on Bleacher Report at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's our Wednesday preview for the Chargers game. That episode will also be on our YouTube channel shortly after that. If you cannot make the live stream on Bleacher Report, and then Friday, right back here, 7:00 on our YouTube channel, and then again Sunday after the game on Bleacher Report, we'll have the full reaction to the Chargers game. So lots of good stuff coming your way as always, guys.
Hey man, Toronto, we'll talk about that next week or about on Wednesday. We'll talk more about the game and the young wide receivers, what they're looking at, what we need to do, kind of our direction that we need to go. This is just kind of encapsulating everything. This is a summary of this past game. But we talked about a little bit as far as what we need to do. And I'm going to give you my offensive summary. Number 1, run the football with Pacheco. Number 2, run the football with Pacheco. Number 3, run the football. I'm just playing. But we got to use motion for Rashid Rice, for matchups and Kelsey. More play action from under center. More zone from under center, too. Forces the defense to be disciplined. More trap and counter plays. All this opens up your passing game. We got to get the young guys involved. This week, I'm saying if we want to utilize getting Justin Ross and McCole Hardman, this is the week to do it.
Yep.
This is the week to do it, man. So I said this yesterday. The only one that has to get rest, Travis Kelce. He's the only one that's earned that. But I know Travis probably want to get that 1,000 yards, so let him play a half. A half of doing well, okay? Let him get a half.
16 yards, so really it could even be one drive, JD.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
Good deal.
All
Happy
right.
New Year to you all too, man. Appreciate it. Y'all coming out. Love you all. Thank you so much for showing up. Come seeing us. Till next time, right, Marcus?
Till next time.
All right, my brother. Love you, man.
Love you, buddy. Love you, everybody. Happy New Year's to everybody. We'll see you guys Wednesday on Bleacher Report. If not, we'll see you right here on YouTube Friday night. See you, everybody.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out the best clips from Chief Concerns. And if you prefer to listen to the show, subscribe and follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and anywhere else you get your